Hi guys, and welcome back to the Our Minds channel and another sit down video. So, talking about depression and hygiene. Now, this video is mainly for those of you out there who you know somebody and they're quite close to you, and you're not quite sure if they are depressed or entering into a depressive episode. Now, the thing about depression is the classic sign is withdrawal, the mood changes. That person that you know, they start to isolate themselves and they don't really speak that positively. That's like the classic sign, but I want to quickly add here that that's not always the case. We have seen and heard time and time again of people who, when you look at them from the outside, they look absolutely fine. They're telling jokes, they're going out, they're laughing, everything is amazing. But behind closed doors, they are suffering inside. So, yes, obviously look out for, their attitude, their demeanor, the fact that they're withdrawing from people, because yes, that is a sign. But hygiene is one that is often swept underneath the carpet. And for me, that was something that I noticed went very quickly. Like the hygiene, anyone who knows me will be quite shocked to hear this, but yes, the hygiene kind of went out the window. And I didn't realize that it was actually a thing until I came into this whole mental health space, and I would listen and hear other people's stories, and I was like, oh, so this really is a thing. And what I mean by hygiene is, if you know somebody and when you see them, they're well put together. They comb their hair, their clothes are decent, if they wear makeup, the makeup looks all right, they smell fresh, everything is okay. And then after some time, you're kind of noticing that, nah, they're not really combing their hair, and they're kind of smelling a little bit off. They're wearing the same clothes. Not only that, but the clothes are dirty. They're just not showering, they're not cleaning their teeth, they're not smelling nice, they're just not taking pride in their appearance. Don't neglect that. Sorry, that's my mom coughing in the background. She's alive, she's okay, she's God bless her, she's all right. She's just coughing, if that's what you can hear. Yeah, don't neglect that. Don't just think, oh, they're just over there being a bit smelly. No, something mental can actually be going on. And I spoke about this in one of my podcast episodes, where this was back in 2011. Not the podcast episode, but what happened to me. My hygiene went out the damn window. And I knew I wasn't clean. And I knew I looked a hot mess, but I just didn't care. I withdrew from everyone. So nobody could smell me apart from me smelling me. And when it's always interesting, because you can always smell other people and their stench. But when it comes to you, you can still smell yourself, but not on the same level that you can smell other people. So I knew that I was thinking like crazy. I knew I was a hot, stinky mess. But because I had withdrawn myself, and because at that time I had such an inner loathing for myself, I just didn't care. And that's what it is. When you're going through depression, right, and you neglect your hygiene, you're doing it because you have such an inner hatred and loathing, and you just do not love yourself enough that even to go and clean your teeth, have a shower, sit in the bath, change your clothes, you say to yourself, I don't deserve that, I'm worthless, what's the point? So this message is for anyone out there who, if you have a child, if you've got a partner, your best friend, work colleague, somebody that you're relatively close to, you can see that, physically, well, I don't know if the right word is physically, but their outward appearance is actually changing. Now, I'm kind of going to split this video, into two parts. This part is part one, talking about depression and hygiene. And the second video, which is going to come later on this week, I hope. I have been quite busy, but I know you guys don't really care about my personal schedule. It's fine. The second video that's going to come later on at some point is talking about hygiene in general, because the two are very different. And when it comes to depression and hygiene, it's not just a case of I'm not going to shower, I'm not going to cream myself, I'm not going to spray myself, I'm not going to do my hair, I'm just going to go about my life and just be unfresh. There is always something that's closely connected to it. And usually, what I found in my, is that a spider? No, no. Usually, what I found in my experience is, no, 1 second, time out, 1 second, because this actually looks like, no, it's not, it's just a light. That's just a light. Sorry, I'm not very good at editing, so that bit has to just stay in because it's just got to stay in. Anyway, as I was saying, when you neglect your hygiene, it's closely followed or closely connected, very much so connected with your mood. The two go hand in hand. There is a difference with somebody that's just being stinky and they just really don't care, and they're living their life and that's how they've been, as opposed to somebody who that's not how they usually are. They don't go around stinking and not looking presentable. And on top of that, you can see that their mood has changed. Be aware of that. And it could be a case of, they're going through a bad week. They're not necessarily going through a depressive episode. It's just a bad week. They're a bit broke, and I don't know, they've got a lot of work to do, or if they're in school, they might have a lot of coursework to do. So it's a lot of pressure. That's not depression. You're just going through a bad week. But when you can tell that they are different, and you always know when somebody is different, especially when you know that person and you talk to that person on a regular basis, especially if you live with them, right? You know when mentally they are different. And then once you've noticed that, you're now seeing that they're always in the same clothes. They're not taking pride in their appearance. That right there is a dead giveaway that that person is suffering from depression, or they're going into a depressive episode. At that point, what I would suggest is closely watch that person. One thing that never really worked with me, and again, since I've been in this mental health space, I've noticed other people say it. So I kind of feel it's a thing among us. Don't go in all guns blazing and saying, "What's wrong with you? Why aren't you showering? Why haven't you combed your hair? You look like a smelly old," and you start insulting them. No, 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 don't do that, because they will not respond to that, because that's actually happened to me. That's happened to me. We don't respond to that. You have to calm yourself down, take that person aside and just be so casual with them. Hey, is everything all right? Hear what they have to say. 9 times out of 10, we're going to say, no, we're absolutely fine. Be prepared for that response, but also be intelligent, not intelligent, but just be on the ball that they're just saying that to push you away, because they're withdrawing from people. Doesn't matter if they're withdrawing away from their mum, dad, cousin, best friend, whoever. They're withdrawing people away, so they're going to tell you no. But stay on the ball. Ask them questions, not too many questions, but always let them know that they are there. Don't be like, "Are you depressed?" It's like asking a serial killer, "Are you the serial killer?" And then expecting the serial killer to say, "Yeah, that's me, I'm the serial killer. Hi, my name is John." Sorry if your name is called John. What I'm trying to say in this video is, when somebody's outer appearance is changing and it's very different from what you know it to be, don't just disregard that. Pay attention to it. Don't think, "Oh, it's nothing," because usually it's not nothing. It is actually something. And I'm going to stop the video here because, like I said, I'm going to split this into 2 parts. This is the first part, a little bit of a talk about depression and hygiene. And the next part is just about hygiene. And when you see the next part, then you're going to understand the difference between just being really, really lackluster in your personal hygiene and comparing that to depression and hygiene. So, as always, guys, I hope you got something from this video. Follow me on my socials, Instagram and TikTok. I'm trying on TikTok. I'm really, really trying on TikTok because I just feel like TikTok is just for just really young people, just dancing and stuff. But anyway, I digress. Um, Follow me on my Instagram page as well. I'll put the link in the description box down below. Take care, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.